So I got the Nokta Legend with the 6-inch coil and the Deus 2 here, and since they updated the Deus 2, I really haven't been connecting with it like I was trying to connect with it with the original or the version 6, 0.6. The new version 0.6 with the big numbers, it's just completely different. Just changed the whole machine. It didn't really change the pitch program or the pitch tones, but it changed the full tones to where it's really hard to separate targets out. I had a video out there and I had a lot of comments on it, and a lot of other people were saying the same thing, right? There's something different about it. It just doesn't separate targets, and it's not hitting those odd shaped targets. It's not giving the tones that I want out of this machine here, right? The Deus 1 is the ultimate at tones, right? It gives nice, crisp, clean, separating tones. You can separate those targets swinging fast. And with the Deus 2, with this new update here, don't get me wrong with this video, but when I'm swinging fast and I'm trying to go, 4, 5, 6 inches deep, I want a crisp tone on it. No matter what it is, even if it's an odd shaped target. And I've noticed with the Deus 2, when I first started testing the Deus 2, field testing the Deus 2, I was trying to get the same results and the same tones from the Deus 2 as the Deus 1 HF coils. The Deus 1 HF coils can just pinpoint just so crisp and clear, right? It's just very evident, just smashing targets out fast. And that's what I want with a machine. I want to clear the ground out. I want to separate fast and get the targets out fast. And it's a tonal game, right? It's a tonal game. I don't want to have my tones interrupted by trash or by iron. I want those tones to come out clear. And with the Deus 2, I'm just not connecting with full tones anymore. Yes, the pitch tones is freaking absolutely amazing. The square pitch tones is still absolutely amazing on this machine. I'm talking about pitch. I'm talking about full tones. And when I'm in trash I need to be in full tones, and I do not want to discriminate, because once I start discriminating, I will lose that tone at a certain angle, right? Even if it's an iron tone, I still want to hear the iron tone. You've seen me in a lot of my videos when I'm sweeping fast and I get an iron tone, I'll sweep over it and rotate on it real fast. And a lot of times, it's a target that I'm going to be digging out, right? It's just I'm swinging fast, and I want that target to really come out at me when I'm swinging fast, even if it's on its edge. And the Deus 2 struggles on those coins on edge in full tones now, right? I'll take the Deus 2 out here, and I'll test it on a 5-inch deep dime in the curb strip here, right? It's a 9-inch coil, right? And in curb strips, there's a lot of coins, a lot of rings, a lot of jewelry near the surface. There's even relics deeper too, right? And the only way that you can get to those deeper relics is you got to clean out the trash. And I want to do it fast. And the only way I can do that is in pitch, full tones. Because if I were in pitch tones, I would be digging out all kinds of foil, and I would have to be looking at my numbers, because pitch, see, look at all the EMI. This is full tones, stock sensitive full tones program. And I've tried this with mono frequencies, and the mono frequencies, it's really hard to dial in the detector next to concrete, right? Because it's a ground balance issue, right? I've just struggled trying to ground balance the machine to not false on the concrete at different frequencies, right? So I'll just ground balance the machine here, stock full tones program, right? So you're listening to all the crackling, right? The version 6, the original version 6, did not do this right here, right? Did not do that. This is a 5-inch deep dime right there underneath that cigarette butt. See, so right now, see, watch. there's not too much feedback on the soil there. So I'm at minus 6.4 discrimination. This program comes preset at minus 6.4 discrimination, and I want that so I can get that broad range of iron and minerals in my soils. When I'm sweeping fast over targets, if I get a mineral tone, I'll sweep over it and investigate it a little bit. So here's that dime here. So right now, as it is, I can't run this machine at 90, the stock program anymore, right? So I'm gonna have to drop the gain down a little bit, right? To attenuate some of that EMI. I can go down to auto response 2, right? Drop it down, but I'm still getting that crackling. Hear it? Still get that crackling. It didn't do this before, right? It didn't do this before I updated this machine, right? It's a 5-inch dime right there, right? Right. Or what I can do is I can lift my gain up here. And I'm at 85 gain, right? I'll go back up to stock gain here, 90 gain. Listen to it, right? I can go slow here, but I'm not swinging slow like that all the time. Listen to that. Now I'll discriminate here a little bit, so I'm not getting those. I'm at 3 recovery, stock program here. This is the stock program. And now I'll go to discrimination here, and I'll just discriminate some of that soil out, right? Let's go up a couple notches here. I'll go up to 5.4, right? It quieted it up. Go over that coin here, 5-inch deep dime. Right, just not doing it. I can stick it in pitch tones here. See, and I can put it in single frequency and go through all that hardship of trying to ground balance the machine because it falls on the concrete around here, right? Curb strips have a lot of good stuff in them, and it's just, I want to get them out fast, right? I don't want to be having swinging really slow in curb strips, right? I want to move quick. I don't want people to see me digging in the curb strips, right? And I don't want to dig out 8,000 targets in a small area there. I just want to get the coins out and get the jewelry out and the rings out fast, right? So let's go to the fast program here. Fast program, of course, going to smash it. Struggling a little bit on that one, right? I'll ground balance here. Right. It wasn't performing like this before, right? Before I updated, right? It just wasn't performing like this. Right? I don't want to be in pitch tones in the curb strips, right? I don't want to dig out a bunch of freaking foil all day long, right? And I'll show you the legend here on that same target, right? Don't get me wrong in this video, but this freaking legend, 6-inch coil can go deep, right? Ground balance here. Right. Field program, 15 kilohertz. Turn my iron on, reject the ground, right? Right. There's some deeper targets over here, but I'll put that cigarette butt back there, right there. I'll put it in a park program here, 15 kilohertz. Turn my iron on here. Turn my recovery speed up here too. Watch this, 10. Full recovery speed right here. Actually, I'll go to field program, 10 recovery speed, 15 kilohertz. Watch. right? See? This is a 6-inch coil, right? There's some iron right here, big time. See, watch, I'll turn my iron on. Listen. Turn my volume up here so you guys can hear it. There's a 5-inch deep dime in the iron right here. I think it's 4.5 inches. What's this machine going to do when it has a 9-inch coil? What's it going to do when it has a 5x9 coil? What's it going to do on the beach when they really update this machine to work better on the beach? I don't really know if that's going to happen, but is it going to work as good as the Deus 2 on the beach? That's a really tough feat, right? That Deus 2 is by far the best machine ever built for the beach. There's a lot of videos to prove that. You know what? Really, you can't be in full tones on the beach, right? Full tones is weak when you're trying to go for depth because you just get iron tones. But that pitch tones, there's something with that pitch tones, right? Especially in a spot where you want to dig every target, because on the beach you really want to dig pretty much everything. You know, you might want to skip the bottle caps or the clad coins, but that 9-inch coil can go frickin' super deep. These machines can go very deep for their size of coils that they have. A lot of people might not like this video, but I still think the Deus 2 is a very, very good machine. They just need to work on it. I think they just need a different coil. They need a smaller coil for that machine, really, to get through the trash. I've always struggled in extreme trash. That's why I really don't have a lot of videos out with the Deus 2 in extreme trash, because it just struggles a little bit, right? The Deus 1 doesn't struggle in trash, right? You can smash targets out like mad with that 9-inch HF coil on the Deus 1. And I think the Legend is badass in the trash, man. Bring it on. I have a lot of videos out with this Legend so far, and I have a lot more that I have created in the curb strips, in the top lots. I've gotten quite a few rings with this machine. I think I got more rings, and I got more rings with the Deus 2 the first month than the Legend, but I haven't been using this 6-inch coil about a week and a half or so. And the rings are pretty much easy for any detector. But one thing I'm struggling at with the Deus 2 is those smaller targets in full tones. They just give you a really low tone, and it's just the iron is so loud you cannot adjust your iron volume in full tones. So the iron is really loud with this new update, and quite a bit more EMI, so I have to drop the gain down a little bit, and that means I'm losing on those smaller, deeper targets. You know, the smaller, deeper targets really isn't what I'm going for anyway. I want the surface stuff, but when that small stuff sounds really just light and faint on the Deus 2, I'm just not really sure about it. You know, it does perform very well in pitch tones, right? But I'm not going to be digging out all of the targets that I'm hitting on with the Deus 2, because, you know, I want to be in full tones in the trash. This Legend can get through trash, wow, and it can go deep. With this 6-inch coil, it's absolutely amazing, right? I'll be using the Legend a lot more. Until they can figure out the Deus, you know, I don't know what they're working on with at XP to figure this out. I don't know what happened. And I've had a lot of comments that have been the same. You know, a lot of people are experiencing a lot of differences between the Deus 2 original 6.6 version and this new update. You know, I'm really not, I don't really care about the numbers thing. I was just hoping that it would have better full tones. I was hoping that this update would have made it like the Deus 1 tones in full tones, right? That didn't happen. They actually went backwards on the tones there in full tones. You get a lot of weird tones on those odd shaped targets, right? And I've shown you in my live dig videos. You know, I really struggle with it when I first got that Deus, when I first got that version 6 update, that second version of this version 6. And the Legend is continuing to change, right? We're going to get some new features and some new coils for the Legend, and they're open about it, right? They're telling us what's around the bend. Is there going to be an HF coil for the Deus 2? That would be freaking super awesome. They can have a HF elliptical coil come out for that machine, just single frequency, right? I just want a waterproof machine and a durable machine. You know, something that I can have out in the rain, and something that can get through the trash a little bit more than that 9-inch coil. I'm sure that they can tune this machine, and they can tune it. Engineers can tune this machine to be like the Deus 1. I'm sure they can do that. But what are they working on? You know, are they really telling us what they're doing? No, they're not really telling us what they're doing, what their plans for this machine are. I know that the plans for this machine, they spent a lot of time getting this thing stable on the beach, and they've done a very, very good job with the Deus 2 on the beach. It is the quietest machine I've ever used on the beach, period, man. There's no other machine that can perform like the Deus 2 on the beach, hands down, straight up. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.